DC Black Label, which is just another excuse for DC to print more Batman books, has had more Batman books announced not so long ago. So that's what we talk about today, the DC Black Label, because when Black Label was first announced, it was kind of a cool idea. It was kind of taking over Vertigo a bit since they canceled Vertigo, and it was kind of DC's way of being like, hey, here's everything that's sort of outside of canon, and we're also going to do prestige format books, and it's going to be more mature for the most part, and we're going to let like all these creatives off the leash and do whatever they want. And it was like, oh cool, can't wait to see all these unique stories they're going to be told. And then it's just like the same 5 Batman stories over and over again. And all his related characters as well. It's just, man, we've gotten some good Black Label books. There have been some good ones, but for the most part, it's been a huge disappointment since it was announced. Because instead of taking advantage of Black Label, they just throw whatever they want on there, and they're not even always getting the best creators either. That's what's disappointing. Now, with these new books that were announced, we've got some good creatives on there, but a good handful of them, it's like, who is this person, and what have they done to deserve a Black Label book? Why are you putting this person on when you can get someone else? Especially when there are plenty of writers that are good but don't really fit like the canon when it comes to writing DC comics. Like, there's some people that are like, wow, that person's good, but I don't know if I want them writing this character in canon because they could really screw stuff up. So put them on Black Label, you know. Like, someone that comes to mind for me is Tom King. He's a guy that does some good stuff and then some absolutely terrible stuff. But he does have, like, you know, that he can do good sometimes, and it's like, if you, like, I would never let him write anything other than Black Label, because when he writes canon stuff, we get, like, what happened in his Batman run, and Alfred dies, and other dumb stuff happens, and, yeah. But, if you put him on Black Label, you know, if he screws up and does some dumb crap and makes a character depressed, who cares? It's a dumb Black Label book that's out of canon, you know? I feel like he would fit perfectly with that, but no, DC kind of grabs just the most random people they want. But anyways, we're here to talk about the oversaturation of Batman. So, there were new Batman books announced, but first let's talk about the Batman books that already exist in Black Label prior to these new Batman books that were announced. I think I got all of them. I could be off. You can let me know in the comments below if there are some that I missed. I'm not including all the spin-offs because some of these books have spin-offs as well. But anyways, we got Batman Damned, Harleen, Batman Reptilian, Batman 3 Jokers, Batman Last Night on Earth, Curse of the White Knight, Joker Harley Criminal Sanity, Dark Knight Returns The Golden Child, Joker Killer Smile, Batman the Smile Killer, Batman Catwoman. I believe that's all the Batman books and Batman related books, that not including, you know, spin-offs other than Batman Smile Killer, because it is technically a spin-off of Joker Killer Smile. Yeah, so that's a lot of Batman books, and that is the majority of Black Label. You have a few, like, here's Superman Year One, and, oh, here's, like, a Wonder Woman book. You have a few of those, and, like, oh, there's a question book, you know, something that people actually, you know, might want, something that's unique and fit Black Label. Like, there's a question book, so you get one thing that you want. And, again, not all these books are bad. It's just, man, give us some variety other than Batman. But, yeah, we got 3 more Batman books announced. Well, one's a Batman-related book, the other 2 are Batman books, and 2 of them, well, actually, all the storylines sound kind of interesting, and I'm down for the creative teams, but, again, it's like, why wouldn't you give us someone like Jonah Hex would fit perfectly in Black Label? I would love Jonah Hex in Black Label. I'd like, just give me a Jonah Hex miniseries in Black Label, that'd be sick. Like, oh my goodness, that'd be awesome. Give me, like, a Green Arrow Black Label book. Like, there's just so many things you could do. But instead it's just more Batman. So, we got Batman One Dark Knight, which is going to be written and drawn by Jock. Jock is a legend when it comes to Batman comics. He's drawn so many great ones. He's teamed up with Scott Snyder a lot. He teamed up with Scott Snyder on my favorite Batman book of all time, Batman the Black Mirror. But this is a book that he's going to be writing. This is his first time writing Batman. I don't know if he's probably written something before. I'm not sure. But this is his first time writing Batman, so this should be cool. I'm interested to see how he does when it comes to writing it. It's going to be a 3-issue miniseries in Prestige format, which I'm happy that it's the Prestige format because his art is so beautiful. Seeing on Prestige format could be cool. But here is the description. When a simple GCPD escort goes sideways, Batman finds himself on the wrong end of Gotham City in the middle of a heat wave with a supervillain in tow. Follow Batman as he traverses block by block across a pitch-dark Gotham City while dragging a highly difficult EMP to his permanent home at Blackgate Prison. The dark corners of Gotham City contain many surprises, and EMP plans to deliver many more shocks before the night is through. Sounds cool. I'm down for Batman escorting someone through Gotham as just an EMP goes off, so everything's dark. And of course, you know Jock's going to take advantage of that with how good his art is and how creepy and eerie he makes things look. So a pitch black Gotham City sounds great, and I'm really excited for that book. But again, it would have been cool to see another character as well or something. I feel like there should be like a clause with DC, like something to where it's like, hey, every time you announce a Batman book, you have like a Black Label Batman book, you have to announce another character Black Label book as well. Like, I wish, but no, it's just Batman upon Batman. And then we got Batman the Imposter, which is going to be written by Mattson Tomlin. He's the guy who is going to be, I think he's co-writing the Batman movie screenplay. So no clue if he's any good or not, since that movie's not out yet. And also, writing a screenplay does not mean you're good at writing comics, so we'll see. And then the art's going to be done by Andrea Sorrentino, someone that I've sung the praises of for years, ever since I first found out about him on his Green Arrow run with Jeff Lemire during the New 52. Fantastic artist, one of my favorites. It's always rotating between him and Gary Frank for my top 2 favorite artists. That they're just so good. And Andrea Sorrentino, like, he has the most unique panel layouts I've ever seen. The way he does things are so creative and amazing. Seriously, if you have not read an Andrea Sorrentino book, do it. You're doing yourself a disservice. His art is fantastic. But he's going to be drawing this book, and the description for this book is: Bruce Wayne's mission as the Batman has only been underway for a year or so, but he can tell he's making a difference. Unfortunately, he's made some powerful enemies. All the traditional power brokers of Gotham resent the disruption the Batman has brought to town, and it seems one of them has a plan to neutralize him. There's a second Batman hunting Gotham's rooftops and alleys, and this one has no qualms about murdering criminals live and on tape. With the entire might of the Gotham City Police Department and Gotham's rich and powerful coming down on his head, Batman must find this imposter and somehow clear his name. But how can you prove your innocence from behind a mask? So, not exactly the most unique thing. We have seen plenty of people pretend to be Batman before. But yeah, it sounds cool. Andrea Sorrentino, as soon as I saw him on the book, I'm like, I'm in. His art's fantastic, and I always want to support books he's on. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Again, this one's not too unique, really, but we'll see how it goes and see Batman going. And I wonder who they're going to have be the other Batman, because again, this is out of canon. You can do anyone. You can make it Dick Grayson if you wanted to, because this is an out of canon book, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can do whatever. So I don't know. See how it goes. Art's obviously gonna be beautiful. And then we got a Catwoman book. You know, not technically Batman, but it is a Batman-related character. So again, like, you get someone's like, oh, finally a book that's not Batman. It's Catwoman. It's like the fact that we have like multiple Harley Quinn books kills me. Like, multiple Harley Quinn books in Black Label when you have so many other more deserving characters. It's like, yay, great. But anyways, Catwoman Lonely City. Actually, the description for this sounds really interesting, by the way. And the writer and artist is going to be Cliff Chang. And the description for this book is as follows. 10 years ago, the massacre known as Fool's Night claimed the lives of Batman, the Joker, Nightwing, and Commissioner Gordon, and sent Selina Kyle, the Catwoman, to prison. A decade later, Gotham has grown up. It's put away costume heroism and villainy as childish things. The new Gotham is cleaner, safer, and a lot less free under the watchful eye of Mayor Harvey Dent and his bad cops. It's into this new city that Selina Kyle returns, a changed woman with her mind on that one last big score, the secrets hidden inside the Batcave. She doesn't need the money, she just needs to know who is Orpheus. So yeah, like, actually, the description, the first half sounds interesting, and then the second half doesn't sound very interesting, because the first half, there's a massacre called Fool's Night, where Batman, the Joker, Nightwing, and Commissioner Gordon all died, and Selina Kyle, I guess, was somehow involved and got sent to prison. That sounds really interesting. And then Selina comes back, and we get, like, some sort of big brother over Gotham, which, yeah, we've seen that a million times before. It's currently going on in the current Batman run, where they're trying to set up the future state stuff, and it's like, okay, seen that, don't care about that. And then Selina Kyle breaking into the Batcave, it's like, yeah, I don't really care about that either. Who knows who Orpheus is? It's like, it's kind of a mixed bag on the description. I kind of just want a book about, like, Fool's Night and what happened and why Catwoman was, you know, was put to prison. I assume we'll get that in flashbacks and stuff, but still, that'd be, I don't know. That just sounds so much more interesting than Catwoman trying to break into the Batcave while you have Harvey Dent and his police force being big brother over the city. But anyways, yeah, so these books don't exactly sound bad. It's just, come on, give us other stuff as well. Like, if you want to have, you know, your Batman, give us other stuff too. I get it, not everyone sells as well as Batman. I understand that, your business, but that's partially your fault, DC, because all you do is market Batman. You don't market anyone else. I wonder why no one else sells. It's not like all we do is Batman books and all we do is promote Batman, and we've made ourselves the Batman publishing company instead of publishing anyone else. It's like, that's all you do. Like, come on. You gotta get better at promoting your other characters. You have other characters that people love. Flash should be way bigger than he currently is. But no, DC's like, yeah, like, why don't we have a Flash Black Label book? I don't understand that, but Anyways, DC's just going to continue printing Batman because Batman prints money for them, and that's what people care about. But man, you gotta invest in your other characters to get them. They'll never be Batman, but they'll get a little closer and they'll sell a little better. Especially because I guarantee you have, like, very creative writers and artists that would love to do books that aren't Batman. You know, I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that are very creative that you have at DC that could do some amazing books, but instead you're like, nah, let's do this Batman book and let's do another Harley Quinn book, and it's like, come on, DC, please. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. Again, I am excited for, like, I'm most excited for the Jock book because I'm really excited to see how he is as a writer, and the description sounds interesting and his art's going to be fantastic. The Imposter sounds good as well, but I have no clue how Matt Tomlinson's going to be as Mattson Tomlin is going to be as well. Like, to where Jock, I don't know how he is, but he's been around so much, like, greatness when it comes to Batman writing that I'm assumed he's absorbed some of it, and he probably understands the character. To where Mattson Tomlin, I don't know, and in his interview he talked about making this more realistic Batman, which everyone says that, so it's not that, like, interesting, but Andrea Sorrentino's art's going to be great. And then the Catwoman book, again, the first part of the description sounds good, and then the rest gets more generic as it goes on. But yeah, I hope the books are good. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these books that were announced, or are you going to be picking any of them up, and what are your thoughts on Black Label and it literally just being an excuse for DC to print more Batman. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and comment if you have anything to say, or if not, because it helps the algorithm and lets YouTube know that more people want to watch the video. It really helps the algorithm, so please comment if you can, and subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, everyone.